Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome to my channel Vahan and More. Today basically I'm doing another ownership review of car, and this will be on the MG Hector, and I'm going to meet Mr. Mohan, who stays in the same apartment where I stay, and let's go and meet him in the car park and then figure out more details about this car, about long-term ownership review. Okay, come over. Okay, let's go and meet Mr. Mohan so that we can take a short drive and then talk to him about this MG Hector. So, hi Mr. Mohan.
Hello.
Namaskara. Thank you for this interview. Okay, so this is your beauty. So what we'll do is probably we'll do a quick review of this as we drive down to a breakfast today, and probably get to know more about the car in terms of its the features and then how it drives, everything, etc. Okay, so come over. Thank you so much. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is take a short drive and then probably go to HSR layout Bangalore and then have a breakfast. So on the way I'm going to now ask Mr. Mohan about this car, a few questions which we normally do as part of the review and ownership review in Vahan and More. So Mr. Mohan, thank you again for the interview. First of all, what was your previous car?
I had a Honda City V.
Okay, Honda City V, okay.
Sedan.
Okay, sedan. Okay, so when did you purchase this one?
This one, I booked it in JP Nagar. JP Nagar, actually, they don't hand over cars. It's just a showroom to display cars.
Okay.
So I took the handover in Electronic City.
Electronic City, okay. So, which month of last year?
October end.
October 22 model, like this, right? Okay. And how was your dealership experience?
Oh, very good.
Very good?
They actually, during the handover, they created all the nice experience.
Okay.
The car was in a nice condition.
Okay.
Though it was in the yard. They got it a day before and then neatly polished, and even the sales rep was very kind.
Okay.
He handed over the key and took videos and photos. It was nice. Okay.
So did you do any PDI on your own, or you didn't do it?
I did do a PDI, but what happened is when I went to the yard, he did not have the key for this particular car.
Okay.
But he did show me the car. So if you ask me, not exactly a PDI. But I got to see the car before I took over, handover.
Okay, so you had a good look of the car, what you're going to get.
Correct.
Okay, so not the interior, but from outside.
From outside I took it.
Okay, and how long did it take for you to get the car after you booked?
Oh, okay, that was like around 4 months.
4 months?
4 months.
Okay, so that was a standard waiting period?
Standard waiting period, but it depends on the color.
Color also?
Yeah, okay. So if you book glazed red or a black, it's anywhere between 6 to 8 months. Okay. So since this is a grey, I got it in 4 months.
Okay. And you now do servicing the same place or different
Same
place?
Same place,
Electronic City only. So how many service, I think it's about 3 or 4 service centers in Bangalore, right?
Correct. One in Electronic City.
Okay.
One in Mysore Road, which they recently opened.
Okay.
And one, I believe, somewhere in Mahadevapura.
Mahadevapura, yeah, okay, so that's what it is. And I think in terms of dealership, All India, I guess it's about 250 or 300 odd dealerships are there, and about 55 odd service centers are there. So have you taken this vehicle out on a long journey?
Yes, I did. I did a couple of long drives.
Okay.
Went to Hampi last year.
Okay.
Bangalore.
Okay.
Hassan.
Okay.
And I do frequent trips to Mysore.
Mysore, okay. So did you have any issues on the way and you need to take to a service center, and you did have any issues in finding a service center?
No, nothing at all.
So there was no complaints and no issues as such?
No complaints. No.
Okay. And what about hill drives have you done?
No, I haven't done that.
You haven't done hill drives?
I would like to do that because I want to see the power of this vehicle since it's an automatic.
Right.
I want to see how the pickup would be.
Okay. So basically you've done city as well as long drives, and long drives anyway you do very regularly, right? So what is the mileage you kind of managed to get out of this vehicle?
So in city I get around between 8 to 10.
Okay.
Since it's an automatic vehicle.
Okay. It's a CVT version, right?
CVT version.
Yeah, it's a 1.5 liter.
1.5 liter.
And turbo. And it is a CVT model. Okay.
CVT model.
And you also get a 1.5 liter turbo manual as well.
Correct.
Okay. So what's the mileage you get in city?
I get around 8 to 10 in the city.
With AC?
I'm sorry?
With AC or without AC?
With AC, without AC, on and off basically.
Okay.
Long drive with AC, I've got around 14.
14.
14.
Very, very good.
Very good
okay.
mileage.
Very good mileage. Okay. So, so the mileage wise, you're very comfortable. And what is the service cost? I mean, I think you've done how many services right now?
I've done 3 services.
Okay.
So out of 3, all 3 are free.
Okay.
The yearly service I paid around 2,000 for oil change.
Okay.
So I've taken this annual maintenance 3 years
MG Shield package.
Yeah, I paid around 12,500.
Okay.
And labor cost is covered in that.
Okay.
I get to pay only the parts and the
And I believe that is unlimited mileage.
unlimited
For 3 years.
It's for 3 years.
For 3, which is excellent, right? So peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Okay. Okay. And servicing, you have to go and drop them, or they can't pick it up. How is it like?
Both the options are
Both options are available. And the same day delivery?
same day delivery.
Same day delivery, unless you have major issues or whatever, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, what was the? You had a sedan, so now you went to an SUV now, right? Now, what was the decision? Major decision there? Of course, SUV is a in thing right now in India, especially. Everyone wants SUV.
Correct.
What are the specific reason you had to change over from a sedan to?
First of all, I wanted to move to an automatic vehicle.
Okay.
Because I had some issues with my knees, pain
Okay.
and things like that.
Okay.
So I thought, why to go for a car rather jump directly to SUV.
SUV. Okay.
So I did check couple of cars.
Okay.
I did almost around 3 months of test drives with various
Right.
models.
Okay.
And finally we liked them.
Okay. So when you said you tested multiple cars, I guess in the same category would be Creta, Harrier, Seltos, and so on.
Creta, Seltos, Volkswagen Tiguan.
Okay.
And I didn't go for Tata.
Okay.
Only 3 and then MG including this 4.
Okay, so what can you compare quickly in terms of what you found nicer in this one compared to the other ones, so that people who are looking at it, they'll get a benefit in terms of what's the benefit of this
I'll
one.
start with Volkswagen Tiguan.
Okay,
Volkswagen Tiguan has
that's a 5-star car.
correct.
Yeah.
1 liter and 1.5 liter, I believe.
Yeah.
So 1 liter car is fantastic. Engine is fantastic.
Okay.
The performance is really, really great.
Right.
The only thing that I did not like was it costed around 19 lakhs for 1 liter.
Expensive.
And
Okay.
they immediately jump into 23 lakhs for 1.5.
Okay.
And they did not have a panoramic sunroof.
Okay.
That was another criteria.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But the cost difference was very high.
Very high,
The features
okay.
that they provide.
Yeah.
Interiors wasn't great.
Yeah.
So we cut it down.
Okay.
The engine was great.
Okay.
Fantastic engine.
Fantastic engine.
Then we went to Creta.
Uh-huh.
Creta, my family wife did not like particularly
Okay.
because of the passenger seat space between the seat and the glove box.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The dashboard.
Okay.
So that was pretty small.
Okay.
And plus the waiting period was almost around 1 year.
1 year, exactly. Okay.
And same thing with the Seltos we liked,
Uh-huh.
but the waiting period was 1 year.
1 year.
And
Okay.
we didn't want it to wait for so long.
Okay.
And MG, it ticked all the boxes
Okay,
that
okay.
we were looking for.
Okay.
And some of the features that Creta and Volkswagen were not providing, like for example reclining chairs,
Yes.
seats at the
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
one thing, and the thigh support.
Thigh support.
It was really great.
Yes,
and
exactly.
you get this commanding view when compared to other 2 cars,
Okay.
Creta or Volkswagen.
Okay.
In MG, that you get this commanding
Right.
view.
Okay.
So I like this very much, and of course with the VR that we get, the voice recognition. That
It's
was
got, I think, about 100 plus commands it can
That's
recognize. Okay.
So that was really
So, and then price point also must have been a sweet spot for you.
correct.
Okay.
Price wise, both would fall under, all 3 cars would fall under the same
Okay.
price range.
Okay.
So we thought, why don't we go with this?
So this is what version of it? I mean, what version we are driving? Hector.
Hector, there's no version.
There's no version.
There's no version.
Okay.
Hector, automatic or manual.
Yeah. Okay. And then there is Hector Plus, which is a 6 and 7 seater.
That's
basically,
correct.
right? Okay. So what is the on-road price for this one in Bangalore?
Including everything, I paid around 24 lakhs 50,000.
24 lakhs 50,000. Okay. Did you do any addition aftermarket, or is just whatever is there in this car?
Whatever is there in the car, but
Yeah.
extra additions like 3D mats,
Okay.
the MG Shield brought it down
Package.
to 50,000 more.
Okay.
Otherwise, it costs around 24 lakhs.
Yeah. So people, I think the car, of course, if you look at the features, it's totally loaded with features. In fact, and It comes with all kinds of bells and whistles what you need, right? That's one of the factors which people are looking at. This is actually sold by a company called SAIC, a Chinese company, but MG Motors is a British company, you know all, right? Recently, couple of days back, there was a joint agreement between JSW Group and signed in London for the entire operations management as well as the sales as well, right? So that way there is a continuity, and then in terms of the service centers, etc., I don't think we have a major issue. We have around 350 odd, that's what the number says, the last number, and dealership, and then about 55 odd service centers around the country, right? And this, as Mr. Mohan said, obviously long journeys he has taken, it's not given any issue. So I think that way it's a very reliable car. Though it's not crash tested right now, but looking at the body gauge and other things, I think obviously it will easily be 4 to 5 star, definitely. I don't know when the testing is going to happen. Just for information, the lower cousins, for example, the other vehicles, smaller vehicles like your ZS EV, or 5-star already approved, right? So obviously this will be in the very similar category. It comes with all the safety features, right? It comes with all kinds of, how many airbags? It's curtain airbags, 6 airbags, or
Curtain airbags.
no? It's a full total 6 airbags, right?
Airbags.
6 airbags. Then all the other safety, like the brake assist, and it's got ADAS.
No.
It's not in this one.
The
right?
newer version.
The newer version, the latest update has an ADAS level 2, right? So they have kind of gone fully into all the safety features. This, though it's not been crash tested, one thing which I want to share is, because I've been looking at all the videos, right? There are a couple of really serious ones, but then the A pillar, the B pillar, and C pillar, all of them are intact, especially. So it looks like a very, very safe car. So that way it's a good buy. What about have you driven the manual version of it? You didn't test drive? You didn't test drive. So you basically wanted a car which is much more comfortable to sit from the view as well as from your knee, what you talked about. And then obviously your family liked it, so that's why you went for this car, right? So if you look at the dashboards, we'll look at a little later after the breakfast. But if you look at the consoles and then the steering wheel, everything is loaded with features. So we'll do a detailed review of that later. What are the 3 things which you think can improve in the next version? I'm sure already there are some updates which is there. What is that which you think according to you should be there, which you probably want in this car but it's not there?
So one thing is, I'll specifically talk about automatic car.
Okay.
So I own this.
Uh-huh.
One thing is, when we are, parked in a signal, for example.
Okay.
So the initial kick, right?
Okay.
So that is very bad.
Okay.
So we have to,
You have to raise it up, push it a little bit
push
down.
it a little harder.
Okay.
Then it picks up speed.
But it's the turbo, right? Turbo version.
It's a turbo version.
Okay.
That's one thing.
Okay.
And second thing is, it's a 1.5 liter engine. I don't know why the car is so heavy. There might be some reason.
Okay.
I really don't know what
Okay.
was the rationale behind that.
Uh-huh.
But if they can release a lighter version,
Uh-huh.
that will be really fantastic.
Okay, so but then also the car, it's heavy because if you look at that, that's what I was saying, the gauge and all is solid. So which means obviously it's safety wise, it's a good thing. But of course, when you said the mileage, it's not really affected, because if you're getting around 13-14 in the long, which is obviously pretty efficient, right? Right. And so if it's a body is heavy, then you're as I said, for example, there was a particular accident, I'll just talk about it. These guys were actually fiddling around with the controls, and then the vehicle rolled over into a gorge.
Oh, okay.
Even then they all escaped without any issues. The reason is the body gauge was very good, and the A pillar, the CB, and all were intact.
Okay.
So that was actually a very good thing about this particular car. So now you can see we took a turn also pretty neatly without it reversing as well. So the turning radius seems to be good, right? Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, what else you find that should be there in this particular car?
Rest I think is all good.
Rest
This is the only thing that I feel
okay.
is lacking.
Okay, and this comes to the panoramic sunroof, right?
Correct.
Panoramic sunroof. And voice commands, does it? How many languages you've tried?
I've tried around 10.
Okay.
Yeah, not more than that.
I mean, when you said 10 languages, 10 commands.
10 commands.
10 commands.
10
Okay.
commands, not languages.
Okay. What about language?
Just one English.
Oh, English. Okay. Because I believe does it support other languages?
It supports, I think, multiple languages.
Multiple languages.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hindi, English
Yeah,
is what I know of.
That's what actually. Because I was testing the Nexon, for example.
Okay.
It worked. Actually, so that's why I'm asking. So okay, so 10 commands you tried and it worked. But of course, it's about 100 commands is what the brochure says, right? So it's totally internet connected car.
Right.
Right. Okay. Great. Okay. So you bought in October, so we are almost just about a year.
Just about a year.
Just about a year. Okay. So how many kilometers you've done on odometer?
Around 8,200.
8,200, which is the right time to check this out. Okay, so the rest detailed video we'll do after the breakfast. So we're just going to Asha Tiffins to have the breakfast in HSR Layout, Bangalore. We'll catch you later. Bye bye. Okay, so this is the front view of this Hector. Basically, it comes with 1.5 liter turbo engine and it produces 143 bhp and 250 Newton meter of torque. And also there's a diesel version on this, which is 2 liter engine and produces about 350 Newton meter of torque. Okay, so and this is a turbo. All this is a turbo. And what we have right now is a CVT version. And if you look at it, good ground clearance, about 197 millimeter of 197 millimeter of ground clearance, which is pretty good. The side profile and all, again there is an update right now in 2023, but again it's very similar to what we see in this version. Okay, and the back profile again is pretty clean and neat. So it comes with a functional roof rail. The interiors as such, what we talked about, is very premium look. We will go inside and check it out. There is an update in 2023. The only difference is basically the front. Obviously the front fascia has become much bigger, and then it has a diamond grille. Also the back, the lights, for example, they have connected it now compared to this one. So the lights, of course, you can see, it's here it is split, whereas there in the new update it's connected as such. Okay, that's one change. So as you see that, it's all the controls are on this is all soft finish, which is very good, right? It's a very soft finish. The cabinet looks, the cabin looks very premium, right? Of course there are some mood lighting as well, which is very nice. You can see a whole lot of controls on the steering wheel. So that's why I said, it's a feature rich car, right? So there are typical controls in terms of headlight adjustment and so on and so forth, right? So as we sit inside the cluster, so the MID control, obviously there's another update here. Basically compared to this is the new one, of course, has become fully digital, and then as I said, this also changes to 14 inches, right? But I'm not a big fan. I like this, whatever controls what I see here, because if it's fully digital, this is something which is can be a very big distraction for the drivers, right? So it's better to have some kind of knobs as well, so that you kind of don't take your eyes off when you're driving. So something which I always look at. But nowadays these cars, the latest cars, come with such infotainment system which is literally like on TV inside the car, cabinet, which is a problem, right? Especially on driving. So the best thing is to do either pull aside and then change things and then continue with the journey, or probably ask your co-passenger to adjust certain things. Please do not try to fiddle around, because there are a lot of accidents which has happened as well. But yes, so this is a touch screen. It's got an Android wireless or
Both Apple and Android.
Android. Okay, so navigation is inside, inbuilt.
Navigation is inbuilt.
Inbuilt, so it's inbuilt. So that's very nice. And of course it comes with the wireless charger as well, so you can see it's a wireless charger as such. So you can see here, and there's an automatic version CVT what we're driving, so you can see it's got the park, reverse, neutral, drive, plus minus, and then this is the sports version. Oh, okay, good. That's a nice version. So what is the change which is happening in the BHP when it's in sports?
You'll get that extra kick,
Speed. Okay. So initial kick is, so this is an inbuilt navigation itself, so which is very useful, right? And so you said you manage about 11 to 12 in the 11 to 12 on highway, and then the city about 8 to 9.
The highway around 14.
Okay, great. So they like this the leatherette kind of finish here, so it's a very premium look for the entire cabin as such. And then the view, of course, is very all round, it's very good, and including the rear, that's something which I always look for. So if you look at the rear, the view is also good. It's not like claustrophobic kind of thing, right? And the glove box is school glove box.
No, regular.
Okay, this is a regular glove box, so you get that. And I saw some mood lighting here. How do you enable that one?
To the controls.
To the controls, I see. Because the moment I switched on, I got in, I found the lights were blinking here, right? Okay, so then you have the massive one. So this is the armrest with the slide down. Okay, so this is everywhere there's a nice leather package, right? And the seats are cool seats.
Cool seats. Yeah, you get the button here.
So the button is somewhere in the side. Yeah, that was one review. I think the button somewhere here it is, right? So that's something, because I think they ran out of space here because there's so much of controls here. So the I think the update probably they brought it somewhere
here,
somewhere in the center console itself, right? Okay, so this have you experienced this cooling seats?
Yeah, very good, very effective. Especially for me, I sweat a lot.
Okay.
And especially this is a leather seat. My back keeps sweating when I'm driving.
Okay.
So this cool seats is very comfortable.
Right. Okay. Great. And this comes with 6 airbags.
Comes with 6 airbags.
6 airbags, and it's an infinity speaker, so which is supposed to be very, very premium. So can you switch on the music system?
Sure.
Comes with 6 speakers, right? It's a nice surround system as well.
There is inbuilt Ghana also.
Okay, inbuilt Ghana as well. Okay.
In the latest version, you'll see Geo 7.
I see. Okay, good. Very nice. Superb. Very nice. And there's an eco mode as well here, right?
Eco mode also, yes.
There's an eco mode as well. Okay.
But
So this slows down obviously. Maybe the point what you talked about some time back when you're starting, the initial pull was little less. Is it because it was in that particular mode or
No.
generally? Generally. Okay. So otherwise, I think it's a neat and clean dash as such with the premium controls. Everything. I like all this nice soft touch, right? So that's fine. And of course, here you have the parking, and then this is the
this is called as auto hold.
auto hold. Okay, for the hill stations.
Correct. So it's just as good as holding a handbrake.
Okay.
In a regular car.
Right. Okay.
So
And there's a parking assist.
that's the parking assist.
And what about this one? That's a 360 degree
360,
camera.
yeah.
Okay, so that's a 360 degree camera. So I switch on here, and then of course it's there's an adaptive control which I saw. Guidance system, right?
Right.
So that's the adaptive system there. That's good. The clarity is decent, right? And it can be better. I mean, I think some, for example, slightly.
Edges, I don't see it.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm doing research,
Right.
reverse.
Yeah.
Basically, so that could be improved.
As such, right? Yeah. How many sensors do you get? Parking sensors?
Parking sensors.
There's about 3, I think I saw in the back. Let's check it out.
3 and 2, I think, in the front.
2 in the front. Okay. So and this is an automatic
Correct.
IRVM, right?
Right.
Intel rear view mirror, and then you have the
Auto sensing wipers.
this is the sunglass holder, right? And then you have the this is the sunroof, panoramic it is, so it goes all the way. Okay, one more. Yeah. So you can see it goes all the way, which is very nice. And if I want to just put a screen, I can do that also, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that's fine. Okay, and then of course you have this curtain which you can pull, right?
No pulling.
No
It's a
pulling.
button.
Oh, that's through a button. Okay, so that's a button. Okay, so that's where it is.
Goes all the way.
All the way there. Okay, that's very nice. Okay, so what about the voice command? So I'm just going to enable this. Hey MG, open the sunroof.
Pardon?
Open the sunroof. Okay, so it's working. Now I'm going to try in Hindi as well. Let's try. Okay, sunroof band karo.
ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿ.
I'm listening.
Sunroof band karo. Wow. Okay. Okay. So I gave a command to open the sunroof in English, and I closed it with Hindi. Not bad. Okay. Fine. So what about our local language? Let's try that out. Hey MG, sunroof open ಮಾಡಿ. sunroof open ಮಾಡಿ.
Sorry, but there seems to be no result for MG sunroof Hector body in the map.
Okay. Okay, one better. Let's try one more.
Hi, how can I help?
sunroof open பண்ணுங்க.
Pardon?
sunroof open பண்ணு.
Sorry, but I still didn't
Okay,
get
I
that.
think.
Please.
So basically, again, I come back to this the interior. So as I said, it is a very plush looking and interior with the infinity speakers, which is obviously equivalent to almost Bose speakers, and comes with a 6 airbags. So it's a curtain airbags as well. So it's safety wise, it's all taken care in terms of the safety features which is already there. And of course here you can see all the buttons in terms of the light control and headlight control, etc. And of course the steerings, you have a lot of controls, right? Also it has a cruise control as well, very very typical of all the modern cars, right? And then you can see the all the parameters in terms of how much fuel and how much distance you can go with the remaining fuel and so on. And also I believe there are app which you can, it's called as iSmart. iSmart. So let's look at what Mr. Mohan has in his mobile and see what all it can show. And of course we covered the center console. Obviously it has an inbuilt navigation system, music system is great. Then of course it's got the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and obviously even Ghana is also there in this one, right? And then there's a 6-speed gearbox, isn't it?
Correct.
CVT, and it comes with a wireless charger. And then of course you have the parking assist, then automatic hill hold controls, and then you have the park assist as well as the 360-degree camera. So we saw that. And then this armrest is with a lot of space here, and glow box is normal, there's no cool glow box here. And then this mirror is obviously an automatic auto dim feature, which is very good, especially with driving at nights as such. The sunroof and moonroof you saw in terms of how it works, very effective. There's a this vanity mirror for the co-passenger. This is again a common complaint, not bad. So for the driver also it's there. Otherwise normally for the drivers it's not that, thinking that only the ladies don't drive as such, right? So in this case it is there. This is a traction control off on, which is also there. So a very feature rich car as such. So let's look at the app. It's called iSmart, right?
iSmart.
So what all you can do in this one?
So this particular app has certain features.
Okay.
As you can see here, remote control, travel,
Okay.
geofence, smart drive, and my profile.
Okay.
So basically, I usually go to remote control. Here it shows the health of the car.
Okay.
Basically, how each and every controls are doing.
Right.
And a couple of options that we have. Central lock.
Okay,
So
so you
let's say I can centrally lock from remote,
Okay.
or it has an internet connection.
Fantastic.
AC I can switch on.
Mhm.
I can open the sunroof.
Okay.
And tailgate, I'm not sure, I haven't tried that.
Okay.
These three options I have tried.
Okay.
So with good internet connection, you can try.
Right. So this tailgate, when you said, it reminds me again, that's a 23 update car has that swipe function. The feet, using the feet you can swipe,
Okay.
and automatically it opens up. Whereas in this thing you need to use the either the key or what you talked about, this app as such, right? So there are some what you call little updates which has happened in 23. As I said, to summarize, the front fascia has undergone major changes, right? And then similarly the back has got the connected tail light, and then internally we saw this particular part which was like a 40 inches huge system. But okay, so what else you can do?
And smart drive. This is where you can see the trip information basically.
I see, okay.
So even there in the dashboard you can control the trip information.
Okay.
The actual mileage it doesn't show in the speedometer there.
Okay.
You have to look to the app to figure out how much mileage that you are getting for the distance that you have traveled.
Okay, great. Okay. So and then servicing and all you can set up here itself.
It's a different app actually.
Okay.
It's called My MG.
Uh-huh.
Here we can book a service, and then it will also show how many days are due for your next service,
Okay.
etc.
Okay.
You can do e-shopping, some of the products which MG launches, so you can buy that as well. They will home deliver it.
Okay.
So otherwise it's pretty cool feature. You don't have to dial anything. Everything is controlled.
Everything is controlled, so you get reminders, regular reminders,
Everything,
such
yes.
and such. Okay, great. Okay, fantastic. So what we'll do is we'll also just go to the back side and see how things are, in the back side and the boot. Okay, before we take a short drive and then after that continue back our home journey. Okay. Okay, so I'm sitting at the back. Of course, if you look at the door gauge again, as I said, again I'll repeat, solid heavy it is. So it's really good. And then of course again everywhere you have infinity speakers, a lot of bottle holders as such. I was sitting in the front and I was comfortable with 6 feet as such. I am sitting in the back. Look at the space. My goodness, it's huge amount of space here. So it's very comfortable long journey, right? And lot of space. And then of course there is a rear AC vent as well. And then charging points, right?
Yeah.
And what is this one?
It's just a
There's
placeholder.
a place to hold something.
Yeah.
And there's a charge point here, right?
Correct.
That's just it's a normal USB port, right? It's a huge amount of space. And there is an armrest here with cup holder, yeah. So that's good. And then there are ISOFIX suites as well. So it's a huge lot of space, comfortable.
Yeah.
And I was 6 feet and I have adjusted myself properly. And then even then I have so much space. There are some pockets here, right, to keep things. And this is something which you have done, or is it?
That's an accessory that I bought. iPad holder.
iPad holder, very
Yeah.
nice. Okay. And it has got grab rails which is there for all the passengers except the driver, obviously. Okay. And as I said, we are talking about 6 airbags, curtain airbags, right? All seats are plush.
Correct.
Full under thigh support is damn good.
And recliner
issues at all.
seats.
Yeah, very recliner.
Recliner seats.
It's already reclined, I think, correct? It's already reclined actually. Okay. Superb. So this back space is very comfortable to be in, definitely. Okay, let's look at the boot now. It's a 587 liters of boot space, and of course the seats can be tumbled forward, right?
Correct.
Which will again, I think it will go up to around 1000 plus, isn't it? And huge amount of space, boot space. There's a light here. There's a light here as well. One light, and then of course this is the 3D mats.
Correct.
Right? So they're all 3D mats. As such, what is underneath here?
Accessories.
They're all accessories. Okay, so jack, and then again some space there as well, right? And what is this one? You have all your jack and other things, huh?
Correct. The wheel is behind the spare wheel.
Spare wheel is underneath.
Underneath.
Okay, so you have this one, and then there's some space here. Okay, and then you have this to slide out. That's very nice. Okay. So how do you here? Sorry. This way you can pull it across, right? And the spare wheel goes underneath. Okay, the spare wheel goes underneath here. The clearance, ground clearance, about 197 mm.
Very good.
Which is very comfortable. You don't need to worry about the road humps and uneven roads and so on. Have you done? Are you planning to do any off-roading?
No, not yet.
No. I think all the wheels are 18 inches. The automatic closes.
Just press the button.
Just press the button and go. So in the 23 update, so you have a leg swipe function. So that automatically opens the the boot as such. The wheels are 18 inches and all comes with disc brakes, right?
Disc brake.
So all 4 wheels are disc brakes, and look at the side profile. It's very, very nice, and in fact it's very similar to the 23 update as well. There's no change. The only change is in the front and the back, as we talked about, and it comes with a shark fin antenna on top as such. Yeah, it's very, very comfortable. I think very posh looking car. And they have not crash tested right now, but I think once they test it, it will be definitely 4 plus for sure, because the body gauge, you can see, as you said rightly, it's very heavy also.
Very
heavy. And I have seen some of the videos, real bad accidents of Hector, but it has really survived without any issues. The passengers of the people who are traveling have been safe as well, and the A pillar especially and the B and all are very intact, literally. So that's a very good sign for a car, a safe car, right? Thank you so much. Let's do a quick drive here and then check it out how it is, right? And anything else you want to talk about from this car?
Fantastic car. You'll enjoy the car.
You'll enjoy the car. AC is very effective. You saw that. Very effective as such. Okay, there's a tire pressure monitoring system, what it shows there. So that's very useful feature to have. And then of course I will also show you the electronically adjustable seat, which is a very good useful feature. Okay, so there's the height adjustment, seat adjustment. You can see now it's sliding back, then you can go forward, right? And then similarly you can also adjust the heat seat as well, forward and back as well. So it's very useful, right? Electrically adjustable seat adjustments. Thank you. So this electrically seat adjustment is there for the passenger as well, which is extremely good, right? So that's a nice feature. Does it remember the modes what you have set? No, some cars have that. For example, BMWs and all. No, you can have some the top end. You can remember. It will remember. So the moment you come in, let's say no one comes in, automatically adjust the seat now, right? Okay. Let's open the bonnet and see. Let's see how heavy it is to open that. It's a solid gauge, but really solid gauge. Oh man, okay, solid. I could lift it, but still, yeah, It's pretty clean, but right? Okay, so it's 1.5 liter turbo engine, and it's pretty compact. It's all clean. Everything is enclosed inside, isn't it? And service regularly, just serviced, I guess. Correct. Okay, so that's the engine, 1.5 liter turbo, and good efficiency, mileage as such. Yeah, and then we have another version which is a 2 liter diesel, again turbo, and delivers about 350 Newton meter of torque and 167 bhp. That's the Mars thing, and this gives you 143 bhp. That's a difference, basic difference, right? Okay, so thank you so much. Let's do a drive and then see how it works. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let me take a short drive. Yeah, let me take a short drive. Okay, so the view, as I said, it's pretty comfortable all over the place, including the rear as such. And yeah, as I said, I mean, Mr. Mohan, you're talking about the initial pickup was little on the lower side.
Correct.
But yeah, I think it's comfortable. Actually, I see another Hector here parked. So why is it beeping? Somebody's not wearing the seat belt?
Yeah, I'm not wearing the
You're not wearing the seat belt. Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Right. Okay, so yeah, this cabin is very quiet, definitely. I saw that when we were driving in HSR layout, right? The cabin was pretty quiet. Even in the steering is very light as well, because and then I think the suspension is slightly on the softer side. Right? So on the highways when you drive, did you see any body rolls?
Slight body rolls.
They will be,
Yeah,
because I think it is on the softer side. I could make out right now itself.
In fact, when I did a test drive,
Okay.
that was one of the negative point that I was thinking.
Okay.
Not to go for
Yeah,
Hector.
because on highways, especially, if the suspension is on the tighter side, you get a much better ride as well.
Correct.
But a city and other places, it's better to be on a in a middle path, so that on the humps and all, you'll find it is a little more smoother to glide over, right? Compared to being a hard suspension. But this one is definitely on softer side, correct?
Yep.
So you find body roll on high speeds.
Yes, I
Yes, so
find
you
a
need to
little
be
bit of body roll.
more, conscious about when you're on the high speed turns and all, right?
Correct.
Okay. But yeah, you see the view and all is good. It drives nicely, and cabin is very quiet. Absolutely no issues. It's a turbo. That's the best part of it, because and then there is the 6-seater and a 7-seater version.
Correct.
But I don't know, with a 1.5 liter, though it's a turbo, if the 7-seater, I don't know whether it really will be good to pull everyone with full luggage, right? But this 5-seater is a very nice combination. The reason is everyone sits comfortably, right? And then there's a humongous boot space, right, to carry all your luggage and other things. And then if you fold the seat, obviously you get much more space as such, right?
Correct.
So that's very nice actually. And how much is the on-road usage again? Just let's repeat it.
24 lakhs.
24 lakhs. Okay, perfect. 24 lakhs. I think that the new one is now much more costly.
Yeah,
It's about 27, I think.
27 on board.
27 on board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so now you said in this, if I'm in drive mode.
So if you see A there,
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming.
so
Yeah.
you can release your foot from the brake.
But now it went off. They went off, so I don't know whether to release it or not.
No, it is there. I mean, you will see somewhere in
Oh
the
yeah,
corner.
it's corners there.
Yeah.
Should I? No, I'll hold it. Let not. Okay, so the cabin is pretty quiet. Drives nicely. I could drive it very comfortably, and in fact, when I was sitting at the back, I thought I had adjusted to my correct position, but now after I have to pull my seat a little more forward. That means whatever space at the back is massive. It is really massive, right? Too good. Very spacious car.
And one more beauty about this engine is, so if you're at a speed 1900 RPM plus, then the turbo kicks in.
Yeah, so it's nice actually.
Yeah, so then probably you can save some fuel there
Yeah,
within the
yeah,
city drive
yeah.
if you're driving below that RPM.
Perfect. Yeah. So city conditions, you don't need to keep changing and other
Correct,
things, right?
correct.
And one more thing, which is an update in the vis-a-vis this and the 2023 model is this indicator, for example. They have a new feature where moment to turn the steering slightly, the indicator starts coming up, okay, automatically. Now it's a good thing, but it also is a pain, because sometimes what happens, just because you turn the indicator, you turn the steering, the indicator starts coming up, which is not required. Maybe you're not turning at all, right?
Yeah.
So it's there a feature, but I'm not sure whether it's really useful. So in this, of course, you need to switch on the indicator like a normal car, which is good. So there are some few updates which has come in the new car, but otherwise, yeah, I like this seating position. You have the electrically adjustable seat position, right? Both forward and backward, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, so the drive is very, very comfortable. Nice it is. There's no cabin, there's no engine noise inside the cabin, which is also good. Okay, so let's see the pull. Yeah, good, nice pull. It's a CVT engine, so obviously, you know, it's kind of pretty smoothly it accelerates. Yes, yeah. It's a six-speed gearbox. Okay, so that's very nice. And the AC is on right now. I think so. Okay, so let's see the AC on. With that, yeah, the pull is good actually. So the turbo really makes a difference.
Correct.
If it was no turbo, probably it will be a little struggling. But I think with the, yeah, so that's a soft suspension definitely. And
Anyway, it's fine.
okay. Yeah, so the acceleration is damn good. Oh man, really nice. So what's the maximum you have done in this car? Speed?
Speed, huh?
Yeah.
130.
130?
130.
And it's stable, obviously.
Yes.
Right?
Very
Stable.
much. So actually, one more thing is, it's the car starts beeping if you exceed the speed limit. Like
Oh yeah, so you have the
80.
speed controller, right?
Speed controller 80.
So it's 80, right?
80.
Yeah, 80, yeah.
It beeps for a couple of times and then it stops.
Uh-huh.
There is another checkpoint at 120.
Okay.
If you cross 120 and above, it start beeping continuously.
Okay.
So it's an alarm and a warning to the driver
Okay.
to reduce the speed.
So, okay, fine. So that's one thing. And then another update which is there between this and 23 is so that you have the ADAS level 2, which basically has warnings of lanes. So if you're moving from one lane to another lane, right? So that warning is there, and then of course you have the pedestrian warning and then the collision warning and all the stuff. So those are some few updates which has come in the new one. But frankly speaking, ADAS in a city bumper to bumper traffic is a pain. You need to switch off, right?
Yeah.
Whereas highways, yes, you might want to have it, but otherwise, I really, in a city, I don't know how it works at all. Okay, because bumper to bumper traffic, especially Bangalore or other cities, you really have problems. But it is a technology which is there to assist you, but don't depend completely on it. You have to use your own logic and judgment to move around in the traffic.
One more point on body rollover.
Yeah.
Once you exceed 80 speed,
Okay.
the steering becomes tighter.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
So it's a plus point.
Okay.
So that you don't right away turn the steering like this.
Steering. Okay.
So that's one important feature.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. So 130, you didn't have any issues around in terms of speed as such.
No.
Still, you managed that good mileage of around what you talked about, 13, 14, right? 14,
yes.
With AC.
With
right?
AC.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nice. So maybe you have to do a hill drive and then check what happens.
Correct.
My suggestion is take it to Ooty and go on the smaller route, Masinagudi, right? Which has got 36 hairpin bends. So you should try it there and see how it works. That's kind of a test for everyone. Really good car. I mean, there are steep turns, especially the last few ones, and it's a good one actually to go there and Okay, so that's nice. Thank you so much, Mr. Mohan, for this interview.
Thank you.
So
Thank
really
you for
appreciate
having me.
and then this interview, spending time with me, and talking about your car. Thank you again very much, and I will probably put this across on the YouTube so that other people who want to buy can make an informed decision on buying this particular car. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mohan. Thank you for the interview and the time spent, and really useful, and I'm sure a lot of people who want to buy will benefit out of this review as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so the lights and all have changed now based on the automatic headlamps, so you can see a lot of things have come on all moment you enter into the basement. So foot lamps are on, right? Okay, it's changing changing the color. Oh man, too much. So it's changed again color now. It's automatic, huh?
Automatic.
I see. Okay,
You
very
can set
nice.
it up in the settings.
Okay,
What
so
color
it's-
should be done?
Okay, so it's all changed.